Hello everyone, my name is Shushan and today we will check about JavaScript scopes. This is a common interview question and most of the people answer this incorrectly. They just tell that there are three scopes in JavaScript, that is global scope, function scope and block scope. But there is one more scope in JavaScript, that is module scope, and this module scope was introduced in ES6. So we will look into this module scope in depth in this video. So let's switch over to editor and browser. Here I have created a simple index.html file and there I have imported one script file index.js, which is this one, and as of now this is an empty file. As you can see there I haven't written any code. So, and I have started it with 5 servers, so it's live as of now and I can see it on my browser. So if I do it alert, hello, and I save it and I refresh the browser, here we can see hello. Okay, everything is working fine. And so let's now check how the scopes work in JavaScript. So as we know, where and I declare a variable ABC with value 1, 2, 3 and I save it. As we know, where is a global and a function scope variable. So if I try to find ABC here in the browser console, so I can get the value of ABC. Now let me create one another variable with late BCD equals to 678 and save it. I refresh the browser and let me try to access BCD, and yeah, because late also respects the global scope, hence our late variable is also available in console log. And similar goes with const pi equals to 3.14. Okay, const pi equals to 3.14. Now let me refresh the browser and here we can see if I try to access pi, I can access it and we got the value 3.14 in the console. Okay, so these are global scope. Now let's see for the function scope. So I create a function foo and there I create variables abc foo equals to, let me give any random value. Okay, then late bcd foo, not food, foo. Okay, so here also I will give some random value and then const pi foo, and here constant value is constant, so I won't give random value, I will give 3.14 basically. And then okay, so let's say I don't call this function as of now and then I refresh here. Okay, let me first call it because that's a happy path. So let me first call it. I call foo function from here. Okay, and now I refresh the page and let me try to access abc variable which is inside foo. So as you can see, we have declared that variable with where keyword. So let me try to access it, abc and foo. Okay, I am not able to access this variable. Why? Because where keyword respects the function block. You got it? This is inside a function scope. This where ABC, it is inside a function scope. Hence, it is not accessible from the global console window. Here in the console window, we can only access the global variables. So, okay, we are good. ABC cannot be accessed if it is declared inside a function scope. It cannot be accessed from a global scope. Okay, and similarly, VCD, foo, that is also not accessible from global scope, and pi_foo is also not accessible since these are declared inside a function scope. Okay, well and good. Now I will create a block scope inside these functions. Okay, let me create this block scope outside the function scope. Okay, that will be a bit easy to understand. So if true, okay, so this block will always be executed since the value is true. Okay, and here let me declare a function abc again with the suffix of block. Okay, and here I will give a random value. Okay, let BCD block. Okay, and here also I will provide some random value, and then const by block, not clock, block. Okay, and this would be, okay, this will be a constant. Then I won't be changing it. So it's 3.14. Now let me access. Let me try to access. Okay, I will save it. Refresh the browser, and from the console window, that is global scope, I will try to access these block scope variables. One which is declared with var keyword. Let's see if we can access that. Yeah, that is available in global scope. That means the var keyword, the variables declared with var keyword, those does not respect the block scope and can be accessed from the parent scope. So parent scope for this block is a global scope. Hence it is accessible from console window. Um, so now let me try to access BCD block. Okay. As you can see, it's not accessible here because the variables declared with let keyword respects the block scope. So this let BCD block, this variable will only be is only accessible within this if block, not outside that. Okay. And same goes with the pi block, okay, variable. So let me try to access it, and as you can see, it's not accessible. So I guess we are pretty much clear on these points. The magic happens when we convert this file into a module, and we try to import this file as a module and not as a simple JavaScript file. Okay. Okay. Then as of now, I will remove this extra code. This is not needed to understand the module. We will just have these three uh, variables which are on the global scope. Okay. So let's understand. Okay. So here, first question would be how we will import this file uh, as a module and not as a simple JavaScript file. Yeah. Any guesses? Okay, you are right. To import this as a module and not as a JavaScript file, we have to type here. We have to provide a type as a module. Ta-da! And now we have imported this simple JavaScript file as a module in our HTML code. Let me refresh it. How to confirm that this is imported as a module and not as a simple JavaScript file? To check that, what we can do, the global variables of this file, we will try to access. What will be the scope of this var ABC, this variable ABC? Any guesses? Yeah, most of you will say that this is a global scope variable, but as we have included the script file as a module and not as a simple JavaScript, hence the code within this file, the top level scope for these file variables will be module scope and not a global scope. So now let me try to access this ABC, which was earlier in a global scope. But now if I try to access it, ABC, you can see I'm not getting any suggestions of this variable. And if I hit enter, you see, it gives me a reference error, that is ABC is not defined. Why? Because in the global scope, in this global scope, this ABC variable is not accessible because this ABC variable is now a part of this module and not a global scope. To confirm it further, let me put a debugger here. Okay, we put a simple debugger here. We refresh and we got a debugger, and see here we can see we have one global scope where all our global methods and uh, properties are listed, and then we have this module scope, right? So this module scope, here we have these three variables, ABC, BCD, and pi. So this is how a module is created and the module scope works. Okay, and the var keyword, the variables created with var keywords also respect the module scope. So the variables created with where keyword in a particular module will not be available in a global scope. So next time when someone asks you that how many scopes are there in a JavaScript, I guess you are now capable of explaining them these four scopes. So that's it for today, guys. If you have any questions, queries regarding this topic, do let me know in the comment section. I will try to answer as early as possible. So till then, goodbye.